start off by asking my audience a question. How many of my students, my fellow students, are stressed over homework or any other school curriculums? Well, today, I'd like to inform you that it is true that homework is a primary stressor in today's schools. I would like to explain why homework should not be allowed in schools. I'd like to inform all teachers out there that are giving you too much homework and how homework affects the student mind negatively. In this speech, I will show how homework negatively affects the human mind by putting too much stress on the student's brain. No student should go through what we go through every night. We have to go through too much homework and have to stress over too much in life. The negativity on the student's mind. Students have reported a lack of sleep, headaches, and stomach problems because of homework. This also leads to disorder, depression, and anxiety over homework. Over 70% of students have struggled with stress over homework. With stress, this can also lead to drugs. Drugs is one of the wrong paths that students choose when they are stressed out of school. They choose to drop out and go to the streets. There are multiple studies in psychology magazines that makes this reliable. I would like to talk about sleep deprivation. It is an epidemic in the United States. Over 90% of teens does not get enough sleep. The amount of homework and early school times lead to a lack of sleep. My goal is to let people know and let people realize how students are negatively affected by the amount of homework they receive each night. My overall purpose is to ingrain this into the students' and teachers' mind. Stress and anxiety. Students were often and always stressed over school work, with 56% listing as homework as a primary stressor. Stress can also lead to a deep depression. This makes me realize that I have too been a victim to stressing over homework. And this topic and my sources have made me realize to make this project about why homework should not be allowed in schools anymore. This is a graph over how many students stress over homework and how much hours they spend a night. 5 to 6 students spend 56 hours a night in whole on weeknights and weekdays. 3 to 8 spend only 8 hours, and during the weekends, 7 to 8 students spend 48 hours over homework. And these are the reasons why students our age are giving up sleep constantly. Homework, as you see on the graph, is 86% the primary stressor over homework for teenagers and other students. In conclusion, homework should not be allowed in schools no more. It causes too many problems for students, and it also puts pressure on the student's mind. It causes less sleep, which makes you do mental stress. Schools force too much anxiety on these students. Homework stresses every student out into a deep depression if they are. Homework is no good for schools. It is back and it should be out of the school curriculum. My audience is full of teachers and students. My environment should be without homework. This should be out of schools, period. Homework, as I surveyed my fellow students, are a primary stressor to the student's mind and behavior. It makes you lose mental stress and mental illness. You should be done, and the homework should be out of schools forever. This is my works cited.
There you go.